We're back. We have our frames all sprayed down with sugar water, so they're ready for the bees. Next, I'm going to pull the top off of my first bee package. There's a little tab sticking out here, a little white tab sticking up. This is holding the queen. She's in a separate cage because our queen and the bees in this box are not of the same hive. They don't know each other yet. And like we talked about in class with our bees earlier this school year, bees identify each other by smell. So the queen gives off a particular smell. Since this queen is not familiar with these guys, if they could right now get to her, they'd kill her. So she's inside the box here in her separate little cage with a couple of retainers, a couple of bees that came from her original hive. And they've been taking care of her while they've been in this box and been traveling. So what I'm going to do now is remove the top. Underneath the top, we have a canned feeder full of sugar water that the bees have been feeding on as they've been traveling. First, I'm going to remove the top, take the take the feeder out. Then I'm going to remove the queen's cage and install the queen's cage on a frame. And once I get that done, then we'll go back to installing the bee package. So, let's see if we can get our can out without upsetting the bees too terribly, and getting the queen out without upsetting the bees too terribly. Here's the feeder can. There come bees already, which we are going to seal up inside. See, those bees are already feeding, so I'm going to let them continue to feed. And if I get stung, I'm going to try not to say a wordy word, children. Hopefully my photographer will edit that out just in case. Right now I'm pulling the staple from the queen's cage so I can get her out and get her installed. And this is where Mr. Melton gets nervous because I didn't put my veil on and the bees might sting me. But the bees aren't really interested in me right now. Let's hope. Come on, boys, be nice, be nice. Oh, I see bees! All right, just be brave and do it. Here comes the queen with bees all over her. Check it out, awesome! Oh, don't smash bees. If you smash bees, bees get very, very upset. All right, here's the bee. Here's the queen. You see all those bees around her already? They're doing what bees do. Now what I want to do is install her on the side of a frame. So I've got a little stapler here that I can pop a staple in it. And it'll hold her right here while the bees continue to get used to her. And the queen's cage has a special little gate for her in the bottom. In the bottom down there, there's a cork. And I'm going to let those bees kind of do their thing here. But when they give me some room, I'm going to pull the cork out of the bottom. And once the cork is out of the bottom, behind that cork is a piece of hard sugar candy that the bees can then eat their way through. As they eat their way through it, they're becoming more familiar with her and used to her smell, so that by the time they free her in about 3 days, they'll be used to her, she'll be used to them, and they'll all be one big happy family.